Agree.
I certainly do not, because go back 2 seasons ago, many thought it was a fluke that they got to the Super Bowl. Well, they came back the next year, and they got to the AFC Championship game, and were extremely disappointed they didn't get back to the Super Bowl. The pieces are in place. The confidence is high.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they're brought out by the former Washington Husky, undrafted back in 2019, Jake Browning.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter, because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Browning. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, Browning. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now Browning. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So on fourth down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Yeah, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. Flush to his right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now Pickett. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jalen Ward from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Browning. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Browning. Cameron Hayward. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Austin. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. To the air on first down with Pickett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Pickett out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Pickett to throw on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was maybe that? They saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Throwing to start the drive. Browning. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Browning. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's got this to Pickens, and he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So
and now the up man has it. It's a fake. The 20. Look at the big fella go. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, here is one you do not see often. A fake punt run all the way to the house for a touchdown.
Number 1, you fooled the defense. They thought for sure the ball was going to be punted. But you also know you have to pick up excellent blocking going downfield to spring your runner after the fake. Well done.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw on 2nd down. Brown. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Browning. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Browning. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now here's Brad Robbins now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 24, escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the move to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the 3rd quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen. And, of course,
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Browning. This goes out right for Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Browning. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Browning. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mixing up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Browning. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Steps away to his left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Here's Pickett.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Pickett's thrown into the hands of Pickens.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. In motion right is Robinson.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Pickett back to throw. Completes this one to Pickens.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target.